Is a breaking news alert from 24-Hour News 8.
It's 2:30 right now here at the 24-Hour News 8 newsroom, and we are following a breaking news situation as the search is on now in spanning at least 2 states for an escaped killer from the Ionia Correctional Facility, a state prison where Michael David Elliott had been serving a life sentence for killing 4 people back in 1993. It was a heinous crime. The people were killed in a home, and the home was then set on fire. He was convicted by a jury about a year after this took place. Now, we've been getting a lot of information within the past hour. We want to break down what we know with the newest information here, that this situation is now taking place in Indiana. It is believed that Michael Elliott stole a vehicle from the Ionia area with a woman inside, actually carjacked it, abducted her, and fled to Indiana. We have just confirmed now that he stopped at a gas station. That is where he let that woman go. We're told it was an elderly woman, let her go, and he took off in her red Jeep Liberty. Now, we have just spoken with officials in Elkhart, Indiana. They are now hoping to get this information out to some of the national media outlets because right now it is believed that he is continuing to travel, and we don't know where he might be headed. The search is obviously very serious because he is a very dangerous person. 4 charges of open murder, 4 charges of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life. Now, there are a lot of questions here locally about what happened, how this happened. Many of those things we do not know at this point. We are, of course, going to be asking those questions. We do know that all of this started at about 9:20 this evening when they noticed at the Ionia Correctional Facility there on Blue Lake in Ionia County that he was missing. Now, they noticed him missing at 9:20 because at 9:15 they do a sweep. They do a count of all the folks, and that's when they realized that he was not there. The count before that had happened at about 1 o'clock. Now, we do have some indication that they believe he escaped the facility at around 7 o'clock, escaped through the Sally Port there. That is where prisoners are normally brought into the Ionia Correctional Facility, and that's where they get processed and booked. Obviously, it's a point of concern, as are any doors to the prison. It's a vulnerable place. They always tend to keep those very well guarded, so it's a surprise that someone would be able to go out. And plus, if you've ever seen those prisons in Ionia, there are 2 layers of fences around these buildings. So there's going to be a lot of questions about how this happened. But right now, there's a lot of focus on this situation in Elkhart, Indiana, where at around 11 o'clock today, a gas station employee says the man who we believe was Michael Elliott walked in with the victim that he had carjacked, left her there, and he took off. That woman, he said, went into the bathroom and apparently called 911 because then police started showing up. So it's an active situation. We have our crews working on this intently. We have folks working on it here because we do know that Michael Elliott has connections to the Grand Rapids area. We have crews working on it headed to Indiana and, of course, at the active situation in Ionia. Our daybreak broadcast starts at 4:30. We will stop our updates for now up until that point unless the news warrants. But again, Michael David Elliott, anyone with information about this is asked to call back, call police. We'll keep you posted on daybreak starting at 4:30 a.m. Right now, reporting from the live desk, I'm Leon Hendricks for 24-Hour News 8.